world.
What's up, everybody? This is Emmanuel at Gamble Quest. Gamble Quest is a podcast and YouTube channel. And today we're going to be reacting to this video of Elliot Rowe. Elliot Rowe is one of the most famous and known poker mindset coaches in the world. He's worked with the likes of Phil Galfond. He's worked with the likes of top elite poker players. And we're just going to take a listen to what he sees and the difference between an elite player and other players. This comes from the Jeff Gross podcast. Let's take a listen.
And within poker, what do you think is maybe underrated or just something that you've noticed, like from like the Fedor, this type of run and stuff, like with the focus or the mentality? Because again, it is small edges, just like in anything, small edges like on the focus. And we talked about this, obviously I'm more in content sort of creation, YouTube, this type of thing, and being alert, right? Being aware at least, hey, I'm sacrificing some stuff and to do this, and what does that look like? Because how big a difference does that make? Because there's some of these guys like, you've just, Adamo, Adrian Mateus, like some of these guys, these absolute guys are playing the highest stakes, biggest buy-ins. They're just like killer laser focus, and they seem so, just in tune to everything. How talk to me about the psycho kind of level of like what it takes, you think, to be the best. Is there anything that stands out that guys are doing that's just like that you notice is different than others?
I think it's the doing everything. And that is the difference. None of these things are a quick fix. So it's not a case of, hey, if you get a good night's sleep, that means you're going to be the most focused player if you do the exercise. But if you're doing the study, which is the first one, obviously, the exercise, you're getting good sleep, you're meditating or preparing with prime mind beforehand, you're on the breaks, you're not talking about bad beats, but instead you're finding yourself a little bit of space, getting all of your needs met.
I want to stop it right there. And he's explaining that the difference what he sees and with the elite players is they're doing every single thing. They're studying, they're exercising. They're not, and he said they're not talking about bad beats, but he probably saying that they're trying to find a solution. How could I have played the hand better? How can I just maybe did something different in the hand? They're not talking about the bad beats. Maybe they're like, hey, they just move on to the next hand. But it just seems like that they're doing everything. I know myself, I don't work out like that. And I should start. So we're gonna do this thing together. We're gonna learn and listen together, and we're gonna try to get better together. So let's continue listening.
These are it's sort of each thing gives a tiny bit of edge, but these compound. And what I see from the best players, if we look at the high roller series now, everyone looks like a machine.
Yeah, they're in shape. There's no one's out. The people aren't out of shape. They're not sloppy. They're dialed in.
And you can see it. I've been over at the series, and like when the guys playing the 50K walk in, they look different to the other guys. Right? You can see who's playing the 50K.
Right.
And if you're not playing the 50K yet, I would take a hint from that. If they're all looking like they're looking after themselves.
And that's a very look at what good poker players are doing in your games, in my games. What do they look like? What are they talking about? How do they approach it? Just pay attention to good players. I do the same thing. I try to pay attention to what good players are doing and try to pick up things from. I'm not the best in the world, so I always can be willing to learn. And that's another good point. Just have a teachable spirit. Be willing to learn from people that's better than you. Don't think you got it all under control.
Differently, they're not doing it for fun. They're doing it to have a competitive edge.
Right.
So that's something I would say,
there's
just follow the clues.
Yeah, there's been a health sort of, it seems like as a professional poker player, if you really, it would be interesting to take like 2024 today, 2014, 2004, 94, sort of like the top 10 or 25 and kind of look at what that.
But yeah, I'm Emmanuel at Gamble Quest. Tune in to my podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you.